Q97.1 Afternoon Drive, Danny Salas on a Friday. I told you, we've been hyping up this young lady for the longest time. And on a personal note, I've been hyping her up because we all know Danny Salas loves him some West Coast artists. She's definitely representing the West Coast. You've heard the track on Q97.1, Icy Grl. We have got Saweetie in the building.
What's up, Fresno?
What's happening? So I'm going to say welcome to Fresno without even having known. Have you ever been into town before?
Yeah, I've been to a couple Fresno Bulldog games.
Nice, atta girl. All right,
Yeah,
repping
football.
those Bulldogs. Yeah, repping those Bulldogs. And right off the bat, we're gonna talk about, because we're here on a Friday afternoon. You were here partying in Fresno on a Thursday night.
Aldo's lit.
Man, how
Lit.
was it?
Man, shout out to Johnny. It was his birthday and he brought me out, and it was so much love. I gotta come back.
Well, I'm gonna tell this, and I was talking to your dude Max a little bit before we started this interview. People in Fresno coming out on a Thursday, they will only come out on a Thursday if they have a reason to.
Really?
And you totally gave them a reason to come out on a Thursday. So good job.
Oh, thank you, Fresno.
All right, so we're gonna consider this kind of an intro for the 559 to Saweetie. So obviously, like I said in the introduction here, we've been dropping that Icy Grl track for the longest, but people don't really necessarily have you on the tip of their tongue as a household name. So let's hear the backstory of Saweetie, where you came from, why you're here, how you got here.
So I grew up in the Bay Area, and then I went to high school in Sacramento. So, I claim both areas because a lot of them, like both the areas had to do with a lot of my upbringing and,
What part of the Bay?
Hayward.
Okay, so East Bay.
East Bay.
East Bay, all right.
And then, I went to college for 5 years, USC and San Diego State.
Dope.
Graduated, and I've been wanting to do music. You feel me? So, since I was 14. So, that was, 8 years later once I graduated?
Yeah.
7 years. So, I was like, I got to do it,
Yeah.
So, I went to social media, started, popping on Twitter and Instagram.
Atta girl.
Got discovered by my manager, and we just been rocking ever since.
Man, so you went to college and you graduated. What was your major?
Communication with the emphasis in business.
What? Atta girl, communications major. Come on.
Yep.
Communications major. I love that. But that's cool. But whatever you were studying, kind of just you weren't digging it. You weren't like, man, you know what? I see these career paths, but maybe it's not for me.
I loved what I was studying, but I just couldn't see myself pursuing it seriously. As far as, being in news or,
Is that what you want to do? You want to get into TV journalism or what?
No, I didn't want to do that. So I enjoyed what I was studying because, communication is psychology of conversation and, humans.
No, that's true.
But, I loved it, but my passion has always been in music.
All right. So, like you said, you started popping off on Twitter and Instagram. Your fans right now, and your fans are loyal. You got a huge fan base right now. Some of them, though, sometimes I read, they're like, man, why are some of your freestyles or some of your songs so freaking short? But that's kind of why, right? Because you got to keep it under a minute, right?
So I've told people before, is I'm happy I came out with my EP. High Maintenance.
Yes.
Because I have full-length songs on there.
Yeah.
But the reason why it was only, my songs were a minute long is because that's the only thing that fits in the Instagram clip.
See, that's smart right there.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's just that's why.
There it is.
But now we got some full songs.
You do got some full songs. High Maintenance, I heard High Maintenance, and you kind of, and we're going to talk about Icy Grl and the beat you used for Icy Grl. But on the track High Maintenance, and again, it touches me close to my heart because I'm a West Coast dude.
Yeah.
You took that Shake That Monkey track, that Too Short beat.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a short song too. I was like, come on.
Come
on, give me another verse. Give me one more verse.
It's 49 seconds.
49 seconds. Oh, 49 seconds.
Oh my God.
That's not even enough to get. That's not long enough to even to get to the hook.
It's not.
All
And
right.
maybe, it's on repeat. But hey, it's short and sweet.
Right. All right. Well, let's talk about then the song that's just been blowing up. And I don't even want to say this is the song that put you on the map because really, in all honesty, you kind of put yourself on the map. I mean, you sold yourself on Instagram and Twitter and social media, but this is the song that really sold you on radio.
Yeah,
so,
but you know what? Put me on the map, the video.
Okay.
The visual. Because it was on SoundCloud since May. And then we dropped the video in October. But once we dropped the video, it just went viral.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it was kind of bubbling for those couple months, but then
it was bubbling. The people who loved it. But once the video came out, it just was everywhere.
So now I got to bring up the obvious point. And again, this got to be the hardest part for you, answering these same questions over and over again in a different way when you do these radio interviews. But the beat. So my neck, my back.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, I want to say 2002 probably that song came out. 2003? I don't know, but whatever it was, you were probably almost close to being in diapers. But that track right there was known as like the bona fide club anthem.
No, but that was my song, and I used to get in trouble for singing it.
That could have been your song. That's what I'm saying.
That was my song.
There's no way, because as explicit lyrics as you have in High Maintenance, there is nothing compared to the original My Neck, My Back. That is one of the dirtiest songs ever produced.
No, but that was my. I didn't know what I was singing, but I was singing it.
And the adults in your life were like, real?
No, I used to get in trouble. They used to be like, you know what you talking about? Nope.
But that beat, but like now in 2018, it's funny because like even people who don't even remember Kaya and My Neck, My Back, they kind of recognize that beat because it's just like one of those long
It's so contagious.
Like one of those forever type beats, like club anthems. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah.
So now I want to go back to your roots right here. So I read in interviews, we're going to talk about the name Saweetie, and I read in interviews you kind of got it from, was it a grandmother?
My grandma.
And why decide, because what, do you talk about your real name at all?
No.
You don't talk about your real name? All right, I'm going to ask.
No, we can't. I just don't go by it.
What's your real name?
Diamante.
Diamante. And I was going to say that's like a cool kind of built-in stage name too. That's kind of a cool name. Thank you. Yeah,
right? When I was like, starting to take it serious, I was like, well, should I go by Diamante or Saweetie? But it's just like, everybody already knows me by Saweetie, and some people think that's my real name. So I was like, I'm not going to change it up.
Nah, it sounds dope. It sounds cool. Plus, it's unique. Again, when people hear it and people know about you, people are like, all right, I literally have never met anybody named Saweetie, so they're going to remember you, right?
Right.
But coming up in the East Bay, coming up on the West Coast, I want to talk about some influences, artists. Obviously, you being a female in the game in 2018, I've heard you cite Foxy Brown and Kim as some of the influences. But again, coming up on the West Coast, especially in the Bay Area, who were some of the other artists that were on your playlist, in your deck coming up?
And my dad coming up. So like my dad, like when we used to when he would take me to school in the morning, it was like Turf Talk, Keek the Sneak.
I like it.
Who else? I mean, the Pack was like in my teenage years.
That means that you came up during that whole hyphy movement, which is a beautiful thing. But
it was like I was able to experience like how music was before the hyphy movement. You feel me? So it was
how music was in the Bay before the hyphy movement.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was like I was able to see the hyphy movement grow, blossom, and do its thing. Because like I said, Turf Talk, Jay Stylin, Jagga.
That's real.
I listen to all the OGs.
I'm waiting to hear the name Mac Dre coming out of that mouth right
Mac
now.
Dre. Oh yeah,
come on. All right.
Mac Dre is just the iconic legend of the Bay.
He is, and honestly, and you say Bay legend, but like us being in Fresno, man, Mac Dre was here so much in Fresno. Like
really?
he was always here doing shows and clubs and
bars.
But
look at y'all. Y'all got so much energy out here. Who wouldn't want to be out here?
The cool thing about being in Fresno, and you kind of felt a little bit last night when you were performing at the club in Fresno, is that we are literally right in between LA and the Bay, so it's like the best of both worlds. Like
y'all are lit.
Right? We tried. Hey, we tried.
Y'all ain't gotta try. Y'all lit.
I like it. So the EP we're pimping out right now. The EP dropped was last month?
Last month, March 16th.
High Maintenance. You can download it on everything, Spotify and iTunes, everywhere. And for those who want to get in touch with you, and again, it's kind of where you made your mark on social media. Where can people tag you and people get at you?
Saweetie, Saweetie, and it's the same on Instagram and Twitter. And if you haven't listened to the EP, let me know what you think about it.
There it is. And my last question for you is, being that it is 2018, do you still know all the words to My Neck, My Back?
Yeah.
What? All right, let's go. 1, 2. Just kidding. I'm not gonna make you recite it.
Be like, all right.
I got that many bleeps right now. Saweetie, last words for Fresno.
What's up, Fresno? Y'all showed me so much love last night. Definitely got to come back during the summer and get icy with y'all again. Mwah.
And please believe she is a bona fide certified West Coast chick. Support this girl. Saweetie in the building.
Thank you.
It's Q97.1.
Hey.
Man, dig it.